G'day tubes, Bruce here. Yes, this looks like a lesson from school, but it kind of is. This is a big deal nowadays, and I've been thinking about how to present this for quite a long time. And so we're going to just start with the old days. When I was a kid, we had an old two-stroke mower, probably something along the lines of what Road King would work on. Yes, they had mowers back then. And my dad would grab some gas in a can, take some 1030 oil and mix it around and throw it in the mower, and it would usually smoke or something, get rid of mosquitoes maybe. And that was okay because the tolerances weren't that high, and I'm sure Dad knew what he was doing too. It's just that, you know, he didn't measure. So nowadays it has to be absolutely right on the money. Excuse me. And for example, this steel oil, it says 50 to 1, right? And that means 50 to 1. So these are 100 milliliters, and we'll just use a calculator because that's easier for all of us here. So if we have 100 milliliters times 50, that equals 5,000 milliliters or 5 liters of gas. So that's exactly what you need, is you need 5 liters of gas for every one of these little jugs. Or, one second. If you guys have been watching, I carry funnels and measuring devices that are accurate. Some for bigger amounts, like 1 liter. Pardon me. Some for smaller amounts. Now these are cough drop containers, or they can't, you know how when you get sick, you got these little guys and you get your cough, you measure your cough syrup. And they're perfect. They have milliliters on one side and teaspoons on the other side, or tablespoons on the other side. And you take your two-stroke oil, not some 1030 from underneath the bench in the shed. You get two-stroke oil, very good quality two-stroke oil, and you measure your gas in here, and you make sure that it's 50 to 1, or some old chainsaws I got an old Homelite, I think it's 24 to 1. And you don't use one gas for the other because one will be too rich and it'll smoke and foul the plug and maybe even ruin the motor eventually. So that's what I'm trying to say. And I do not mix my gas in big guys like this because I don't use that much two-stroke fuel personally, even with all the stuff I do in the summertime. So I mix it up 2 liters at a time in a little guy like this. So 2 liters is 2,000 milliliters. The nice thing about metric is it actually is easy to use. So 2,000, right? Divide by 50 for the steel. And I take 40 milliliters of oil in here, put it in here with 2 liters of gas, and shake the heck out of it. Don't just let it sit. Now another danger, this is a big one, is that these little guys that people read on here, it says to dump into a container of 5 liters of oil. I think it even says that. Mix the entire contents of this bottle with 5 liters of fresh super unleaded gasoline for a 50 to 1 mix. It says it right on here. But what happens is people take this and people don't understand the metric system. They think, okay, I got 5 liters of gas, and they dump this in here. But this is 5 gallons, right? So you're going to be around 200 to 1, not 50 to 1 on this. So it's not just a matter of dumping one of these into here. And I've seen bad things happen because people think, okay, this is the big jug. I take one of these, I dump it into here, and I'm good for 50 to 1. So anyway, when you're mixing, be careful. Like, I'll just do one more. We'll mix 2 liters of gas, and we'll divide it by 24. So now you need 83 milliliters of oil for 2 liters. Now, in Canada here, we're fully metric, which makes it a lot easier because there's no, even they sell our gas by the liter up here. So, you know, our mindset now is finally moving over to the metric system. Although, you know, just Mr. Google's pretty smart. All you gotta do is ask him how much oil you're gonna need with a certain amount of fuel. So all I'm trying to do is say, be careful out there, mix your gas properly, use premium fuel, and that's the end of our lesson today. Thanks, Tibbs. Talk to you later.